I can stay on. I can stay. We'll be fine.
Let's go.
Okay, BRB. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Voices from the Mausoleum, and welcome to another episode of Underrated Gems with Radardeboard.
God, this one is such a good one too.
We should have probably allotted, that's the word. We should have allotted like a large chunk of time to talk about this one, but I'm committed. I think we could keep it in our little scope. I think it'll be fine.
I don't know. I love this one.
I also love this one. This was the only one on the list I had seen before, I think. Pretty sure. So today, and for the rest of our lives, we are talking about the 1973 classic film Theater of Blood.
Mwah.
Oh God, so good.
So
So
good.
if you don't know this about Radar and I, we are massive Vincent Price fans. And so like when I did my Vincent Price binge back when I had surgery, I was like telling you, oh, I'm watching like Vincent Price movies. Like it's something that's come up. We've talked
Right.
about this before. And so so Theater of Blood. And so I didn't write very many notes on this because one, I had already seen it. And I mean, what really my first note is Vincent Price. Need I say more? Dot,
Yeah,
dot, dot.
that's it.
And that's it. That's the episode. See you guys next time.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, so this stars Vincent Price, obviously, as essentially a a pretty upset performer with the critics and that God, I love this movie so much. But we'll start where we normally start. I'm going to stay on task, I promised. Why do you think this is an underrated gem?
So it's interesting because people love Vincent Price.
Oh yeah,
Obviously, we love Vincent Price.
yeah, very much.
And whenever anyone brings up a Vincent Price movie, there's like a couple they automatically kind of go towards. And
Right.
this is not one of them, and that is a travesty. Because
Yeah, this is a good one.
this is also to me in the same vein, like kind of as Tourist Trap, the last movie we talked about, because it is weird and it came out in the 70s. And just like imagine pitching this movie and of course Vincent Price just went for it because as soon as it hit like 1968, the man went, I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want.
Whatever, because at that point, everybody, I mean, he already had, like, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He was just like, I'm going to do whatever,
Yeah.
And it's so, because he's just the smoothest dude, just the smoothest guy.
And it's like, there's these things, right? Because technically, I feel like he's very eccentric anyway. I mean, he's like,
Right.
he's just, it's just naturally his performance, like, no matter what he's doing, he's very, like, kind of over the top in a lot of things that he does. And this, though, in particular, I think is probably like one of the most over the top, but it's like perfect for what's
Yeah.
happening. It's like, this is the point of this movie is he like overacts every second that
Every
he's
second.
on camera and you're just obsessed with it like the whole time because so essentially he got a series of bad reviews. He's pissed and now he's seeking out revenge and so his name is Lionheart. Is that right? Lionheart?
Yeah. Lionheart.
Lionheart. And so yeah, and he's like just taking out these critics and I love it because it's like it kind of makes me think of these people who like do like book reviews, but they're like not genuine. They just like say a bunch of mean shit for no
Right.
reason. Like, this is the stupidest book I've ever read. And so he like calls out these critics in a way that I think is like a weird social commentary on the whole idea behind being a critic because you've got these guys who are like it's like reading movie reviews where they're like this is the worst movie and you're like but every review that you write is the worst movie. Like I don't
Right.
understand. And so it was cool, like it's cool in that way that he's like, "Oh, remember when you said this?" It's so good. I love it.
in
So
the
good.
in the premise too, it's like it's so petty it's just the whole movie is like the whole Lionheart is
It's
just
so
based
petty.
on pettiness,
I yeah,
and
it is, but I love it.
it's so funny. Like, and the I think the best part too is that because he only did Shakespeare, which is a legitimate criticism that the critics had, like
Yes.
you can say like maybe all their other stuff was just bullshit, but
Yeah,
saying
but
like
they were like, yeah,
you only do Shakespeare, dude. Everyone knows you do Shakespeare. Do something else. Like it's a legitimate criticism, and he just didn't. And then he goes around killing people off in the way people die
based on
in place. It's
yeah, so good. Based on Shakespeare stuff. I love that. And I love the idea that he's got all these like theater people working with him in this like
yeah,
rundown theater. The set pieces for this are phenomenal. Like it's
they're
so good.
fantastic.
And he sends like that one girl out and she kind of like not wines and dines to that extent, but she gets him to come and follow her back like they he like relies on all these people to do all these things. And I love that they were like, you know what? Yeah, fuck them critics. Let me
It
be a
is,
part of this.
and like if you do like a summary of it and you're like just truthful about what it is, the summary is also bonkers because it's like Vincent Price enlists an army of homeless people to help him
Yeah,
kill critics who gave him bad reviews. It's like what?
I forgot
they're just they're just homeless people.
that live in this theater with him. Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
forgot
so
about
wild.
it. It is, but it works so like I don't even know. And then he's got like so then there's like this other thing with where he has like a daughter
Yeah.
and he like he wasn't he fakes his own death or they think he's dead or
Yeah, they everyone thinks he's dead because
everyone thinks he died and
he
he's like
like jumped off a huge building.
this is such a great movie. I love it so much. The
Oh man.
the way that these pieces move to tell this story are just and he's so and I will say this, Vincent Price is definitely the star and definitely
Right.
what would draw me to this even if I had never seen it before. But I do have to say that everybody in this does a really good job of playing the part they're meant to play. Like, you know, the assholes are like assholes, the you like the homeless people that are living in the theater, like they do a really good job of like being invested in this situation and
Right.
pretending to act out these certain things and it just comes together so well in a way that I think like you said if you read the description for this you're I don't know that that would be
Yeah.
enough to make you watch it. You'd be like, "What the hell?"
And I really truly don't know how they got the funding for this movie. Like
Yeah.
with that pitch.
Yeah, because it doesn't sound like a very good movie. It sounds poorly thought out, genuinely, but it's actually really good. And there's scenes
It
in this
is
where he's like very emotional because he takes what he does very serious. I mean, obviously he's
right.
murdering people over it. But
Right.
there's like is the scene where he goes and he makes the woman he does what I'm trying to remember the situation. It's somebody's wife. It's one of the guys that he's trying to get back at's wife. And he does like the I'm gonna be annoyed if I'm not talking about the same movie, but I'm pretty sure I am. The scene where he goes and he does a massage and makes the guy think that his wife's having an affair and then he kills her. Is that this movie?
I
Is it
don't
Vincent
think
Price?
so.
What movie is that?
I don't know. I because I'm the only thing I'm thinking of where he really gets like where he puts like he has ridiculous disguises, but the most ridiculous one I'm thinking of
Hold on, let me
is the
think.
hairdresser.
I love that one where she goes down to get her hair done and the guy that's supposed to be protecting her is like sitting at the top of the stairs or whatever.
Yeah, and
Let me
Vincent Price just
hold on.
like has that huge fro on.
And the way he talks, the way he so over the top.
And like I can't I don't know his exact age during this movie, but Vincent Price is well into his 50s for this
He's
movie.
definitely older, yes. I'm trying to
It's
find the scene that I'm talking about.
it is just so it's just wild that it's like It's well that you have like
It's
this 50-plus-year-old man like running around and again being the most petty character imaginable.
yeah. What movie am I thinking of? It's Vincent Price, I know it is. But
It
he
might be
goes
this one. I don't know.
and he pretends to be someone else. And he stages it so that the husband, which I'm pretty sure was a critic, thinks his wife is cheating on him, and then he kills her and he goes, "Is that a
That is
screen?"
this one. Sorry, yes, it is this one because
Okay,
that's
okay.
Othello.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
damn. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then he like is convinces him that that's what's happening. This is like the type of petty I want to be. Like the level that this guy goes to, all of the characters he plays, all of the thoughts and things that he does and like tries to it is hilarious.
Oh
It's
man,
so good.
it's so fun. The dedication and like
Dedication for sure.
I want to ask this before we get too far. What is your out of all the ways he does it? What's your favorite like death that he perpetrates?
Oh, the one with the guy that gets the what is that? They stab him with a
Oh, the
rock,
big spear.
the big spear. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh, interesting.
Because that's the same guy that gets lured there, right? After the lunch with
Yeah,
the girl. Yeah, because I felt like, first of all, that one took the longest, I think, setup wise.
it
But the
did.
fact that he sent that young girl there, I don't know. Like, there's just something so fucked up about that because he like sends her and he's like married. I'm assuming he's married and she's like, yeah, I'll just follow this strange girl anywhere. He goes into like this falling apart theater and he's like acting, he's like so committed to getting this woman somewhere, right?
Right.
That he's like fake acting out a scene. He's like, wait, he dies in this scene. And she's like, no, no, like the setup for that one is crazy. And then he gets impaled
It's
with that
scared with a
spear.
with a huge spear. Oh
And
man.
you're just like, you know what? That's kind of what you get though. You know?
Right. Like, well,
Yeah.
this is what happens, fella.
Yeah.
It is like the
I love that. Do you what's yours? Do you have a favorite?
it's it's like it takes some liberties with how it happens in the actual play, but
Yeah.
but I still love it anyways. It's where that one critic gets fed his two dogs,
Oh my god, I forgot about that scene.
and it's just like so wild that
Oh
it's
my god.
happening.
Yeah, but I will say, because he talks about his dog like the first time you meet that character, I knew
Yeah,
I was like, I can't speak to problem maybe like the second time because I kind of knew I remembered quite a bit of this one. But I guarantee you the first time I watched this, I was like, something's gonna happen to those dogs. But the
oh
level
yeah,
of he had people there at being like his sous chefs and pretending to be like,
right.
oh
Just
my God. It's like mini movies within a movie.
and like
Right?
yeah, and I mean, because as soon as like the theme is established, like from the beginning, when the first
Oh,
critic gets stabbed by the eye, like with the Ides of March type death,
yep.
you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. So I'm running through my Shakespeare like deaths, famous deaths, and I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like putting it together, and I'm like this one, and I can't remember the play that like that the one where he gets force fed his dogs is taken from, but I was like, well, that one can't be in here because no one has kids. Because that's what happens in the play is they do it with their children,
What
but
play is it?
God, I'm blanking on it. But yeah, it's but then like when they go and they do that scene, I'm like, oh my God, they did it. They actually did it. And when they like
Yeah. I'm
reveal the they reveal the doggy heads. Oh man. I
and
think
that's
this
after he's consumed some of it.
yeah, like he's eating a
The
decent chunk.
reveals, and I think all of these take their time. Not a lot, none of them are like, I would say super quick, right? They all have like
Yeah.
a story to tell, obviously. And so like he's already consumed, which is way worse.
Way worse.
Way worse than finding out somebody killed your animals. Like I
It is and it's
completely forgot about that one. He's like so excited to try the food. And Vincent Price is just like, "Oh, yes," like, he just is like and then he just oh my god, hilarious.
This
So wild.
I think this is the only time where I've not been, like, mad that, like, a dog has been killed
I
on screen,
wasn't
like,
I wasn't emotionally invested in the dogs in general, but that I was dying. I was like, "Oh my." And this is like I feel like this is kind of one of those things like you talked about after he reached a certain point in his career where he would just do like whatever, way less serious. Like I mean, he's got like voice acting in so many things and he's
right,
in Thriller and there's so many things. But I feel like this is like the most him, you know?
right, the
Like
most him being him.
it's him being him and just, like, going crazy with that freedom, and God, I completely forgot about the stupid dogs. Oh my god. The look on that guy's face when it was like, oh
Oh, man, it's
god.
oh, god, well, and then again, the premise of this movie is wild. It is
Yeah.
bonkers, and it's I feel like if they had done anyone else besides Vincent Price, it wouldn't have worked, but
Yeah.
he's always dedicated, and he always delivers in everything he's in. There's honestly, the unfortunate part with Vincent Price is that he's been in a lot of, like, bad movies, but I've
Yeah.
never been disappointed in Vincent Price.
No, no, performance-wise, no, for sure. Cause yeah, and he's like, cause I feel like he's done so many different types of things that like some of the stuff he is it's obviously more so leaning in the horror stuff because that's most of what I've seen of his performances. But I mean, some of that stuff that he's done is very serious. It's not like
Right.
this where it's just like craziness from start to finish. But oh my god, this one was fun. I love this movie.
This movie is so fantastic. Like,
It's
I
so good.
if someone's like, what Vincent Price movies should I watch? This is the first one I like recommend. I'm like, go
Yeah.
watch that one, because everyone else will recommend like The House on Haunted Hill, The Last Man on Earth, all of those typical Vincent Price
Oh, I love
films.
Last Man on Earth. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, The Abominable Dr. Phibes. Like these are the Vincent Price
House of
movies.
Wax. He was in the original House of
Right.
Wax.
House of Wax, which he's
He's very good in
fantastic
that.
in.
He's fantastic in that. Yeah. We're getting ready to cover that in remakes and
Oh, you're good.
so good.
Oh, so good.
Remake doesn't come close. But anyway, yeah. What's the
Yeah.
other major one? 13 no. Yeah, 13 Ghosts. See 13 Ghosts?
Yeah, 13 Ghosts. Yeah, the original 13 Ghosts. Yeah, so
The
like
original 13 Ghost and
I think
The Fall of the House of Usher.
there we go. The Fall of the House of Usher. Yeah, he did all the Edgar Allan Poe ones.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh god, and his stage performance where he did the one man show where he read the Telltale Heart.
yeah.
Oh, so good.
So
It
good,
just
but
so good. I
he's
love it.
got it.
Last Man on Earth is one of my favorites. I do really love that movie, but I think it's probably mostly first of all, I was a big fan of the book.
Mhm.
Did not like what they did with it with Will Smith, but we'll talk about that on another time. But it was like my introduction to him. It was the first movie I ever saw that he was in.
Gotcha.
So it's just
Yeah.
kind of got like like a little special place. But yeah. No,
This is
yeah.
this is it, and it's so unfortunate that like I feel so sad that like he just started doing the wild stuff like 70s
Yeah.
onward
Oh yeah.
because like oh if he had just been born like a decade or two later he could have been doing even wilder stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it would have been
Yeah.
so great. Christopher Lee got the ability to do that.
Well, that's because he was immortal for a while.
Yeah, I mean, oof. It's wild to go that by this is the one I recommend more than anything else. Like, go watch Theater of Blood because it's just so fun and there's no other film like it in terms of like there's a couple in terms of like themed kill premise, but not to this
Not
level of pettiness.
not to this extent. No, for sure. No, this is super fun. If you've not seen Theater of Blood, it was also streaming. You should watch it.
I think also one of the scenes that maybe doesn't like get thought about is like the flashback to Lionheart's like when he like busts the critics party back when
Oh,
back when he didn't win the award that he
yes.
wanted and he's like I'm gonna jump and they're
Yeah.
kind of like okay.
No one cares. Yeah,
Yeah, it's so funny. It's like, damn, they're cold.
that's crazy. Yeah. No, for sure. Um, so I mean, obviously this one I totally agree with you. Underrated gem. This is a great movie. So if you haven't watched it,
Underrated.
I don't think it can be spoiled. I think you need to just see it. It's very
Yeah,
good. And it's very over the top, but it's worth every second of watch time. It's worth it. It's so good.
so
Um,
good.
and so our next one, we're going to be talking about the 1989 movie Intruder.
Get ready, folks.
That's one of the more gory ones.
Yeah,
The
yeah, for sure.
goriest? Is it the? Maybe not the. I don't know about one of them, but it's up there. This is one of the more
Uh,
gory ones of the ones
yeah,
we've
I'd
talked. At
say.
least, definitely the ones we've talked about so far. I would say this is the
Yeah,
most. I think this one's kind of known for that, though.
I think
Uh,
so too. That's what they were
No,
going
it's
for.
known for the yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Well, if you haven't checked out the playlist, we've talked about a few other movies. Check it out. We've got a few more of these for underrated gems that we're going to be getting to. As always, Radar's links where you can find his content and his books will be in the description for this episode. And thank you guys so much for hanging out on this episode of Underrated Gems. We hope you have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and Radar and I will see you in the next one.
Vincent Price forever, y'all.